everybody. Welcome back to the worst and least watched show on the internet, Two Fat Drunks. I'm JDV.
I'm Warpig.
Tonight we're going to talk about
ribbed for your pleasure.
The death of 20th Century Fox. 20th Century Fox was consumed by Walt Disney Corporation, and a couple of days ago they killed the brand, essentially. So we're going to talk about what that means in the past. The history is one of the greatest studios of all time just ceased to exist. Coming up next. Oh, God, my nose. Hey!
So
we're already halfway through August as we record this. Is that insane?
It's blazing by, dude.
It is blazing by.
How many
July
summers
dragged.
do you have left?
Oh, probably not many, no.
As sands through the hourglass.
Is this mine or yours there?
Probably yours.
Sir Fats a lot.
Call me Fat Suborg.
And so summer is still hot as we record this. It's in the 90s through most of the country right now, but the cold wave is supposed to be rolling through, and fall is really not that far away. And so as we enter what will probably be the most disastrous year,
the last year
in the history of motion pictures,
awful.
You know, I mean, literally since the studio system was formed in the late 20s. And as proof of that, 20th Century Fox got bought by Disney, and about 6 months later, they have completely killed 20th Century Fox. It no longer exists. They've sold off the pieces within their own company, put them under different brand names. Touchstone, maybe. No, you're not going to see that anymore.
Is gone.
Yeah, that's gone. And the men who founded the company.
Disney?
We get the list of the movies. Some of the greatest films ever made.
Boy.
And a lot of great science fiction films.
Let's start with a little movie called Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know Disney ostensibly does Star Wars movies, but...
No, Star Wars A New Hope was made by 20th Century Fox.
Yes, it was.
They bankrolled it. It was not a George Lucas joint or anything like that. I mean, it was Alan Ladd Jr. and...
Oh, look, what's that movie? What is that one? What is that?
Yeah, Alien.
Alien?
Yeah, made Alien.
Never heard of it.
Made Aliens.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Look at
The
that.
Sound of Music, Patton, MASH, Planet of the Apes, Independence Day, Predator. You might have heard of it.
Yeah, maybe Die Hard.
The original X-Men movie, which maybe is most responsible for kickstarting this whole superhero fad.
I do carry a torch for the first.
It's a great movie.
Movies.
Yeah, the original movie is great.
They're actually
a huge number of movies, and that's just movies. They've made a lot of TV.
And were significant films. Culturally significant. Like when you hear the 20th Century Fox fanfare, that's meaningful.
Pig, they made Star Wars A New Hope. You could stop right there.
Yeah.
They made a movie that changed all of our culture and the whole world forever.
Arguably changed human history.
Well, for a while they have.
There's an anthropological argument that you can make for that, just because of how significant that film was.
And the movie industry is now so bad that that studio went bankrupt. So Walt Disney, well, not technically bankrupt, but they were suffering financially so bad that Walt Disney Corporation could come in and buy them whole stock.
Devoured by the mouse.
Yeah, the mouse eats the fox or whatever.
Death shall come from the skies.
And I don't understand why you would eliminate the name. I mean,
because Disney is.
It's more like you have more power though when you can say you're just one of our little.
Dude, no.
You're like my little stepchild over there.
No other studio, dude. Disney is the Borg.
You take away Disney's money in the last 10 years in Hollywood, it's a bloodbath.
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone, dude.
They survive off of TV.
They've made sure of it.
There have been horrible movies for sure.
And honestly,
it's horrific.
They've been. And what's funny is that for all the rest of the films that Disney makes, the way that they dominate animation. I mean, Pixar Studios is Disney. And Pixar Studios, it's incomparable animation. But to watch them fucking torpedo the rest of these companies like that. And look, don't kid yourself, man. That's being torpedoed, and that's
It's worse than torpedoed. It's just gone.
Airbrushed.
Yeah, it's right. It's gone. 20th Century Fox.
It's gone, McCready.
An important company. It's an important filmmaker. I mean, talk some of the greatest movies you will ever see.
The history
were
of filmmaking.
made by that corporation.
And we didn't even get into the early years, like 1935.
I don't know that even the corporate sense of doing it makes no sense to me. Why not just have it a subdivision? Touchstone, 20th Century Fox, whatever.
Like you say, they're vengeful
Pixar,
spirits, man.
Just own these that are huge studios in their own right. You're just a subdivision of Disney.
Right.
It makes your glamour or your power seem even bigger when you just erase it from history.
It's almost like It's almost like the walking dude from The Stand. It's like sort of like him. Just it's their identity and no other. Right?
Randall Flagg.
It's like fucking. It's that, and it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, dude. As soon as you see it in the movie studio, it's just no, dude. They are like that.
So you agree with me that it's weird that it's
weird and everything is, dude, because everything is Disney branded. They brand it. If it becomes, it's always Disney X, whatever it is. They never say blah blah blah. They say
do not
Walt
have
Disney
a
blah.
great record right now in terms of their artistic direction.
No, because besides Pixar, no, because they I don't know. They don't seem very much in touch with the way people are.
Star Wars was arguably the most valuable franchise
in human history.
Yeah,
there's no
and they managed to lose money on two of their last 3 Star Wars films.
And not only that,
Han Solo took a multi-$100 million loss.
Not only that, but
Star Wars, what is the name of it even? I don't even know. I never saw it.
You generated something that has never been, and that is open hatred for a beloved franchise. You have generated
recall efforts or whatever.
Dude, the fucking that people want. They want movies struck from the canon. Do you understand? This is a world that has produced 7 Sharknado films, and yet. Dude, you managed to alienate
I have
Star
seen
Wars
all
fans.
of those films. I could not watch Han Solo. I could not finish Han Solo because after the first scene, I'm like, Han Solo would never do that.
No.
There's no part of him at that age that would even dream about doing what they just showed. So his character is Luke Skywalker already?
It's like watching someone walk around with the corpse of a friend of yours and go like, he's still alive.
He's still here.
Look.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, please stop doing that. No, you really should put him on hallowed ground.
And I suspect that these Marvel movies are going to be absolute train wrecks.
It's already happening. After the last Avengers
part
movie.
of it, I think, is just burnout. You've put out 23, 24 movies in a 10-year span or whatever. It's an insane amount of output.
Oh, God, no!
And there's been a zillion other superhero movies on top of it. So I think there's just...
increasingly...
But now that they've all retired or whatever, it's...
Not good.
Bad. But it's because of the success of did ultimately Marvel killed Fox, because without the success of those movies, I don't think Walt Disney would have the raw capital to buy them out the way that they did. I think it was $4 billion. That was a lot of dough, but...
And them horrors gonna tell different lies than you.
Yeah,
their lies ain't your lies.
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Well, it is sad.
You know what's weird though is we've been calling for this to happen for the last 2 or 3 years. This show has been on the air for about 2.5 years now, and I think right from the start we have said Hollywood's in trouble. Hollywood is in big trouble.
Bad movies, even then.
So let's talk big picture a little bit.
Okay.
A huge studio has now not only gone out of business, got bought out by another company, it's been dissolved.
Oh, yeah.
No longer
Hostile
exists.
takeover and gone.
They're not going to be the last. How can Hollywood survive if there are no movie theaters? So we're doing this in mid-August 2020. AMC is going to start selling movie tickets for like 20 cents or something like that.
They're gone.
That shows you that they're gone. Yeah. There's going to be no more indoor movie theaters in this country for a while. And another thing we predicted, drive-ins are exploding. We
Big company.
got an episode from like a year ago predicting that.
But they're not showing first-run movies. They're showing like, hey, tonight, Back to the Future.
They're showing Superman, like they showed that in Novi.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we'd like to go
the
back
old
to
one, right, with Chris Reeve.
Great, we had a fun time watching them. Remember all that stuff? Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Our movies are already a nostalgia product, dude.
What's funny is that some of the B movies from 2019 and 2020, like the stuff from Blumhouse, a lot of Universal's.
The Conjuring series and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, stuff like that where they spend Hunter's
Horror
Moon.
movies
Sorry,
have actually been pretty
Hunter's
decent, to
Moon
be
is
honest
okay with
you. I mean,
Thomas Jane.
With the fucking what's it? The fucking ghost movie. Goddamn it! With the fucking lookalike of
Kevin Bacon movie.
the Brantwell Ghost. What the fuck is it called? I'm drunk. Goddamn it! Help me out.
Blackwell Ghost.
The Blackwell Ghost. Thank you. Yeah, Blackwell Ghost.
Yeah, there's some good independent horror and there's some good B movie. Hollywood is starting to kick out
There's
these
creativity,
like
man,
I know
but-
you didn't like it, but the movie with Kevin Bacon, you should have left. I don't like it either. I only gave it 2 out of 5 stars. But hey, that movie will make money for them because they only spent $4 million on it, and they're starting to make
they're going back to old
they're starting to make $4 and $5 million movies
hope that's a trend,
professionally. So
man.
yeah, it seems to be. Those are the only movies I gave a crap about in the last year. Are the lower budget?
Yeah, because I can't think of a big budget movie that I was like gaga
sure
for.
crazy about,
most of them have been pretty disappointing, man. And you know, where do you? I mean,
well, not only that,
wait, that's the question.
but there's a lot less content coming out of those studios now. So even if you hated it,
so here's a good question. Here's a good question. So okay, you got studios that need to adjust.
Yes,
right.
go on.
What they do. So who's gonna adjust the best, and who is just next? I mean, just
that's what I mean. There's more to come, right? I mean, there's no way
will
that
Disney buy Sony?
No, because Sony is its own. The movie division is just a division of Sony. Sony is so huge.
They could buy the division.
No, because Sony looks at that as a way to sell PlayStation 4s, and they look at the vertical integration of them.
You are not ready.
Of selling the TVs.
That was the PlayStation.
And the content. Yeah, I mean, so they think long term, and I doubt that they'd want to give up.
Where's Universal?
If they keep making money the way they have been, like 47 meters down, uncaged. It's a very fun little movie. I think Universal just
wasn't Cabin in the Woods Universal?
It might be, yeah.
I feel like that's true. I might be lying.
Hey, look, they made Zombieland.
That's true.
Which is another kind of mid to low tier Hollywood film.
I really like the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I haven't seen it yet.
People are telling me, like, see it. You ever get like that where it's like, I know I'm supposed to see it.
That's how I am about every movie.
I'm like, dude, I gotta tell you, it is so
I don't think it would be Universal.
I'm just like,
I don't think it will be Sony.
Well, fuck. 20th Century Fox is gone. How many places?
Paramount, maybe?
Paramount
MGM is owned by...
is still coasting on their TV.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you have a strong TV division, you can weather this storm.
I think they can because they do have a strong TV division, and they get by on their catalog. So I mean, that's actually insulating factor for them is Paramount Television.
So it's kind of weird. Yeah, you're right. Until Disney sells it or someone else runs Disney, we will not hear the dun 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 dun.
You killed the fanfare, dude. The fanfare was gone. And he's gone. All
right, so it's kind of a bummer of an episode, but what are we going to do? All right, so Hollywood's in big trouble. 20th Century Fox is no more. With some studios going to die next, probably if this goes on for much longer. And indoor movie theaters are just simply not going to exist. They're just all going to go out of business.
Yep.
They take up a huge amount of real estate, and their profit margins are real thin.
Dude, look for a fucking bloodbath and retail fucking commercial sales, dude.
Yep, you're going to see vast stretches of America that are just empty. On that cheerful note, like, subscribe, share, love each other. Until next time.
Hey! Well, you came in late. Came in late.
These are...
It's a quarter pounder, man. What do you mean?
never done that shit before, man.
Just mellow out, man.
We're gonna
Just
die.
mellow out, man. Okay, then just go like this.
Oh.
No, come on.
Oh shit.
Oh, mellow.
Mellow.
Huh? You feel all right, don't you?
Yeah.
Good, huh?
Yeah.
Ah! Hey, sometimes that helps, man.
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.